Giorgio Armani came into this world in the Italian town of Piacenza on July 11, 1934. The glitz and glamour that one may expect from a future fashion icon is not what he experienced as a child. On the contrary, it was molded by austerity measures, self-control, and the grit of a post-war society. Armani's mom stayed at home, and his dad was a shipping manager. Armani endured hardship, grief, and uncertainty as a child growing up in a modest home during the dark years of World War II. His upbringing instilled in him the principles of perseverance, pragmatism, and subtle grace that would come to characterize his whole professional life. Armani never dreamed of being a fashion designer when he was a kid. He entered the medical school at the University of Milan after finishing high school because he wanted to be a doctor. A career in medicine appeared like a respectable and honorable choice. Before long, though, Armani saw that he had misunderstood. Nothing about being a doctor, the clinical setting, the rigorous coursework, and the constant scrutiny struck a chord with him. He finally took the tough choice to quit medical school after 3 years and start over. It was a choice that would alter the course of his life in the world of international fashion. After Armani left the medical field, he was lost and confused about his future. He got his start as a window dresser at La Renaissance, a Milanese department store. This seemingly insignificant job ended up being a watershed moment in his life. At this school, he studied consumer psychology, the importance of presentation, and the skill of eye-catching display. Armani's innate aesthetic sensibilities and meticulous attention to detail started to show. His knack for arranging forms, colors, and textiles in a way that looked good and felt good was immediately apparent. Armani was unwittingly entering a realm that would one day recognize him as its ruler. When Nino Cerruti recruited Armani to work as a menswear designer for the Cerruti brand in the 1960s, it was Armani's big break. This chance presented him with a great opportunity to try new things, be creative, and hone his skills. Armani started to develop his own fashion philosophy while working at Cerruti. In contrast to the overly structured suits that were popular among males at the time, he preferred loose-fitting garments that were both comfortable and elegant. Clothes, according to Armani, should do more than just look good. They should also be comfortable. At the same time, he met Sergio Gagliotti, who would go on to be his friend, business partner, and biggest fan. Thanks to Gagliotti's support and faith in Armani's abilities, the fashion designer was able to forge his own path. Sergio Gagliotti and Giorgio Armani started their own business, Giorgio Armani S.p.A., in 1975. They started out with a little office and few resources. The designs of Armani were immediately noticeable. He revolutionized menswear with his loose, airy coats and suits that shook up the industry. Armani presented a contemporary, natural style that men could move freely in, as opposed to stiff, uncomfortable tailoring.